Now, it's really important that you know what your fish should look like. And if you look at all these fish, their bellies are pretty much perfect. So they've got nice little bellies, but they're not actually fat. So it's really important, regardless of what fish you have, to spend time looking at those fish. So you want to be able to realize what they look like if they're skinny. So you'll often see the scales start protruding. You'll see the behind the gills go back. Because feeding is a really, really important thing, because you want to be feeding fish enough, but at the same time you don't want to be feeding them too much. So as a guide, these fish are in really good shape. They're very, very healthy. So the only thing going on here at the moment is the puffer fish has a little bit of lymphocystitis on the fins, and lymphocystitis is pretty much harmless. And if I get a chance to get him out today, I might actually try and grab that off. But the health and condition of these fish is very excellent. So you want to put a lot of focus into what your fish should look like. Four, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 skimmer. You really want to clean it out about twice a week, because when all this garbage builds up around here, the skimmer basically stops working because it creates like a bio cover, and that breaks the absorbate down instead of allowing it to go out. So the idea is to keep this nice and clean, because what you don't want is all this bacteria to form, all the fatty acids and so forth to form, and then your skimmer won't actually work. It's really important that you clean your skimmer. I usually want to clean it about twice a week, and what you're really cleaning is the inside. So it doesn't really matter what's been collected out, but the inside here is really, really important. We want that nice and clean, because after a couple of days it will reduce its efficiency. So that's why you want to clean it regularly, even if that just means getting a device and giving a clean on the inside, even while it's in situ. I'm a very big fan of is have a second set of ornaments that you can swap out when they're getting dirty. And what you want to do is place them in the sun. You want to leave them here for a day or so, then flip them over, then leave them out in the sun for another day or so, then bring them in. Don't leave them outside when they're already clean, or they'll start to fade. So the idea is you leave them out here, they dry out, and then the sun will dry up the algae. Then you hit it with a hose and it'll come up surprisingly good. So the sun will bleach off the algae, all these will look good as new. Then turn them over and go again, but just don't leave them sitting there forever. And if you do this, you'll be surprised how much cleaner it makes your ornaments. But once again, do not leave them here for too long, otherwise the sun will also fade them. So the sun will fix them, then the sun will F them.
So what variations, how are you going to know what variations? Gray in North Sydney. I don't know, but it's at gray.
My dad's making all these salads with oregano leaves in them. It's so good.
Changing a tank, it's a really good idea just to leave a bucket or two full of water at the end of your water change, just in case you've underestimated the amount of water that you've taken out and need to put back. If you have a spare one, you can just chuck it in and then you're back to good. So this stuff is great for breaking up the debris. So if you get any detritus on the bottom of your aquarium, like that sort of stuff, this stuff Really helps to break it up and bacterially break it down. I think the best thing that you can do every now and then is change your tank around. So in this case, we've pulled out a lot of the fake coral. We've put it outside to sun bleach it. And now we've put a big shipwreck in there. And that makes the tank look completely different. Very cool. And then as the shipwreck gets a bit of algae on it, in the future, we'll then be able to take the shipwreck outside and chuck that in the sun and sun bleach that, get the algae off that, and alternate the decorations to keep them interesting. Now all the fish are hiding at the moment, as you can imagine, seeing I've just done a water change. And the tanks always look disgusting after I've cleaned it because I've disturbed everything. But when this clears up, crystal clear, it's look very cool. Change is king. So a simple change like this is almost like getting a whole new fish tank. It's a very cool fish.